Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's your pal Uncle Bruce here, Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to Monday, November the 7th, 2022. Great to have you here for another week of fun. We just got through the weekend here where Saturday we did lesson number 14. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. The 14th lesson. We did that, and yesterday I did some one-on-ones, and I actually got about 6 hours off yesterday afternoon, although I had a lot of emails to deal with and trying to help a lot of you folks out there who were scrambling to get your hands on a class from the first 13 that I've done. A lot of folks are scrambling to get some of those classes because the price has now gone up for the classes. A class now today is $150, up from 100, as I had warned you and promised you it would happen. It's done. The classes now cost $150 each going forward. Thank you for all of you who just sent me so many kind words. A number of you reached out to Jennifer and I and sent us emails just to say, hey, that class that you did yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. I love the number 14 class. Some of you had epiphanies. Some of you had like, I can't believe it. I thought I've been writing for months, and what I heard on Saturday was just eye-opening. It's changed my focus. It's helped me understand it a lot better. That's what it's about. That's what these classes are about, from class number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all the way up, to introduce you to what options are, how they work, why they're there, who sells them, who buys them, how they're created, how they disappear, how time affects them, how market movement affects values of contracts, and how you can take advantage as a small investor in the big world of this stock market. An investor with a couple of $1,000 can be an option writer. It is unbelievable how open this is to so many investors, and I cringe at the thought that there are tens of millions of people out there who do not understand the options market because they have been given bogus information about the boogeyman of the markets and all this stuff, and they just have ignored trying to learn anything about how options actually work, and they don't realize that they themselves, with a $2,000 account, a 5, an 8, a 10, a 13, a 20, or any amount, they can write stock options against their portfolios to help compensate against a bear market's ridiculous movements. A bull market going up is good for option writers. A bear market is good. A flat market is good. There are so many millions of people out there who are just letting dollars slip through their fingers, and they don't realize it. They have no concept of the amount of money that they are letting go. And it's been decades. And this is the crime. This is an absolute crime. For decades, investors have not understood that even someone with less than $10,000 in the market, less than $5,000 in the market, could be writing options on their portfolios to at least cover the costs of these commissions and these brokerage fees and these investment costs, to make a couple of $100 a month of additional income. I mean, just think about the compounding effect that people have missed out on. If you could have been writing options 20, 25 years ago, if you're now in your 40s, your 50s, and you could have written, 20 years ago when you started saving, let's say, again, it's theoretical, but a couple of decades of writing options, starting with a $5,000 or $10,000 account to now, the power would be the massive amount of earnings that would have been generated would have been unthinkable for people. I mean, we've got folks here who have been writing now for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year and a half, who have changed their lives entirely. Their entire their entire financial position has been completely altered, and their outlook on the money has been on their money and their investments has been completely altered. They no longer fear the stock market. They no longer fear uh, earnings reports. They don't fear or worry about or hope. They don't sit at home going, "Oh, I hope somebody on CNBC says something nice about the stock I have." Like, this is over. You can't be that person. You can't be that investor that fears the market. You will be destroyed by it. It will eat you alive. And I am certain that outside of this channel, there are Gawa billions of people out there who are absolutely rudderless, do not know what they're doing, have given up, or have just decided, well, I've got my money with XYZ company who manages it for me, and I don't even pay attention to it anymore. This is a very common story. If you are ever talking to somebody about investing or whatever, you'll find out, oh yeah, someone someone that knows someone else, or relatives or friends they're out there with thousands of dollars in the so-called investment world. Some people have hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions, in the investment business, and they have no clue what their money is doing. They have no idea what's being done with their money, what investments they're really into. And they just get these email statements or monthly or quarterly financial statements in the mail. They don't bother looking at them because they can't understand it. They can't figure out the language of this stuff. They don't know if they're making money or not. Like, they think they're making money. It looks like they're making money. They see these pie charts that they get and these graphs, and everything looks all right, but they don't really know the real deal. And then there are viewers here who are writing options on $20 and $30 and $40,000 accounts and up, and are already getting themselves self-employed full time. I mean, there are people here with less than $100,000 in the market that don't work anymore, that are living off of their returns. That's unthinkable, because in the old school way of thinking, if you had $100,000 and you owned a mutual fund yielding you 5% dividends, 1.25% every 3 months, you're supposed to get $5,000 a year in dividends. Good luck living on that full time. And yet here we have people with $100,000 and less who are putting it to work in this market here as option writers, and they are making a living off it. They've quit their jobs. What? How can you do that? Of course, keep in mind, there are people across Canada and the US and elsewhere who, they make an investment. Like they drive a 10-year-old car. It's worth like $1,000, $2,000, an old truck. They pull a trailer, it's $1,000. And on the trailer is a hot dog stand with an umbrella. And that's $10,000. And then they load it up with hot dogs and potato chips and cola and ice and condiments, and stand on a street corner somewhere, and they sell hot dogs all day long. And there are folks who make a living doing that. And their entire investment in property, plant, and equipment is 50, 20 grand, $30,000. That's the entire value of their business, other than where they're standing and their interaction with their clients. There are those out there, people out there, who are making a living in basically a van, an old Federal Express delivery van that they've converted into what I call a chip mobile, or to a kitchen on wheels. And there are folks out there who are living out their passion and making pizza and subs and sandwiches and who knows what out of the back of a truck. And they cut a hole in the side for their counter, and they're standing there going, what would you like? And they're fixing food over here, or they've got the ice cream machine going over here, or the cappuccino machine over there, and they're making a living out of maybe $50,000 of equipment. Here on this channel, we've got people who are making a living on less than $100,000 of capital in the markets, who've had this capital at their disposal, not even knowing it, They've had this much capital at their disposal for the last 10 years. And they find this channel, they find my classes, they take those, they hang out here with some of the greatest. Almost everybody here is great, except for one moron this morning. Hanging out with some really great YouTubers and listening and learning how options work and how you can take control of your life as well. Gotta love this, man. You gotta love it. Congratulations to those of you who are taking these classes, who've ordered up a bunch of them in the last week or so because you realize, yeah, I need to get those last 3 or 4 classes. I got to get my act together, and you've gone ahead and done that. Thank you. Your support to Jennifer and I is unwavering. We really appreciate it. We're getting ready to head south in December. Jen is getting ready for her hip operation, and so we are coming into some serious expenditures here. The good times are over. The doctors have to be paid. The hospital has to be paid. The landlords down south have to be paid. So we are working at it to get geared up and get geared up for the winter time. Hopefully, we are crossing our fingers. We can put together a meet and greet for a California get together. And at the moment, there is nothing plotted or planned yet because it's all about Jennifer and her hip and her recovery. And it's all about that. And once we know how that goes, then we can look at a calendar and go, all right, well, based on how she's doing here, we could maybe do a meet and greet over there. And then we'll pick out some dates, locations, and we'll let you know, because we would love to have another one. Jen really enjoyed it. Folks got to see her in person, and we're hoping we can do it again. But again, it's up to that. We have to get through this next phase of our existence. And so thank you all for supporting this channel, whether you're a subscriber or whether you're a member at the Chilling with Uncle Bruce level, or you're a Gold Bagel member level supporter. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Those of you who are picking up the classes, and or those of you who are reaching out saying, I want to have a one-on-one with you, because it's come to the point now where I'm really going to tackle this. I'm really going to become an option writer of some note. I want to become the kind of option writer where I can really knock off credit card debt that I've been piling up. I want to knock off a card loan that I have, or my wife and I both have, or we have some other debts we want to knock off. We have some housing things we need to discuss. We've got to reorganize our finances, and it's time to see if writing options can be an asset to us, a help to us to reorganize our financial affairs. Many of you out there are in your 40s and 50s. These are the crucial years. This is go time. This is where you folks in your 40s and 50s begin to see stuff happening that begins to gnaw at you. You ignore it in your 20s and your 30s, but when you're in your 40s and 50s and older, you don't ignore it anymore, because now it's getting too close for comfort. And what you're beginning to notice is the odd occasion where you've heard, a father of 3 children, 43-year-old guy just passed away, gone. Left a wife and 3 kids behind, and a financial nightmare is now been uncovered because they were living paycheck to paycheck, and we'll solve all these other issues down the road because we're young. Well, surprise, surprise, the clock ran out on somebody. You've heard those stories. You really pay attention to them now when you hear these stories. You hear about stories where the 44-year-old couple, they're in their 40s, and their parents are passing away. They've got family turnover is happening. The clock never freaking stops, and mothers and fathers leave us when we hit certain ages, and all of a sudden their responsibilities have completely shifted. Now they're the matriarch, the patriarch of the family. Now they're the eldest. They're the one everyone is looking for leadership now. What do we do with mom and dad's house? What do we do with this? Dad had a business. Mom and dad had, that and that, and they had debts, and they had assets, and we got all this to worry about. And so this is the new world. that a lot of you are coming into, that you weren't thinking of this world in your 20s. Your 20s, it's all good. I can party up Friday night and Saturday and Sunday, and I'm good for work on Monday. It's all good. It's all about me. Well, now it's not all about you anymore. And all of a sudden, a number of you in your, like I said, 40s and 50s, you're looking at your next 10, 15 years, and it's hitting you like a rock in the middle of your head, like a Will Smith dope slap out of nowhere. You realize, oh my God, I'm 48, and in 15 years, I'm 63. That's a different person. That's a different everything. A 63-year-old me versus a 48-year-old me versus 15 years ago, I was 33. Oh, things are changing here really quickly. I look at myself at 67. I go, 67? I'm approaching 70 years old. I can't freaking believe it. I don't want to think about that, but you have to. And so many of you are reaching these milestones in your life where you're maturing into it nicely, or you're not. You wake up one day and go, oh my God, I'm not who I think I am anymore. I am a different person. I'm in a different level now, and I've got nothing to show for it, or very little, or I'm a total dysfunctional mess when it comes to my life. And so many of you have just been going to work, grinding out this month, this quarter, this year, helping your bosses achieve milestone successes for their company and their division and their departments and whatever. And all you are is a cog in the wheel of a giant machine that can be replaced at a moment's notice. And you're beginning now to hear about people in the organization, and or through friends, relatives, co-workers, and associates, you're hearing about people like you that are being dumped by organizations, because organizations are beginning to look at people in your age demographic as a liability. And you never thought that would come. You never thought that day would come, because they kept telling you how much they loved having you come in all the time. It's time to take control of your life. And if you don't do it willingly, you're going to have to do it by force. When you get kicked out of that office or that organization, or the organization you're with gets bought up by somebody else, and the new management looks at you in that organization they just bought and goes, get rid of that person. We don't want that person in this organization. That's not how we operate here. We only pay half as much to the same person in our organization. That person, we can't afford to keep that person around. That's why we bought this company, because people like that and all the others, we're going to get rid of them, and we're going to bring down the cost of operating the company. And that's how we're going to get our money out of this thing. We're going to just bleed it out of the company. And that means you are on the line, because you're not an owner. You're not a shareholder. You're not a partner. You're a junior cog in a big machine that has given everything you've got to make it successful. And everyone is rich but you. And you've made a lot of people a lot of money for decades, and you have nothing to show for it other than a little savings account, little IRA, 401k, whatever. And you never quit because, well, I couldn't leave the medical plan. It was such a good medical plan, and you never bothered to look around. And all of a sudden you're forced to do so. I'm giving you the heads up. It might be time to do it on your own. It might be time for you to give yourself a Will Smith dope slap. Wake up and assess yourself. Assess, where are you really at? Where are you headed? And what's your upside? You're 44, you're 46, you're 48, you're 50, you're 53, 55. I don't know what age you are. Wherever you're at. You're 29 and you've been in a company for 4 years, and you've had promises given to you 5 years ago that are not coming true. Maybe it's time to reassess. Always reassess, get outside opinions, talk to other friends and associates, do some LinkedIn searching. I don't know. Listen to Uncle Bruce and go, you know what? This guy in Canada right now, who just wants to go down to Palm Desert for the winter, that's all he wants to do, has virtually no hair left, and whatever is left is pretty well white, is telling me to give myself a dope slap like Will Smith and wake the hell up. maybe I'll do that one time. I'll follow him just one time and I'll do that. I'll look at myself and I'll really understand where I'm going. And maybe he has a point that perhaps the answer for me is not to yell at my boss and call him a dip moron or anything like that. The answer for me is to say, maybe I have to bring in a secondary form of income from a source that is in my hands right now. I have this, and I can add revenue to what I'm sitting on. And maybe, just maybe, he's right. This guy in Calgary who's in a blizzard right now, it's snowing out there. He's saying, you may have enough assets under your hands and in control that you can literally live off of those assets right now and not wait another 15 years to retire, or 10 or 9 or 20. Maybe now is the time that you can, with a little bit of education, become your own boss. And it might take you a year to get through this, because this is a big deal. I am not talking about a flippant little decision that you make by flipping a coin. I'll do it or I won't. This is one of these. This is a life decision that you have to make for yourself, and you have to be ready for it. But I am trying to warn some of you out there, not all of you, but some of you don't realize how close you are to being let go. You won't believe it when it happens. You're certain it won't. You're certain your position at your firm is locked in. Everything is great. There's no problem. What you don't know is what's happening outside of the ballpark in left field, behind the left field bleachers. There's discussions going on in the parking lot between senior partners that you don't see, you don't know. And they're talking to outside people like bankers and others. Your company is about to go through a major transformation that doesn't include you in the future of the company. They're not talking about you personally. They're just saying, oh, that department will disappear and we'll merge this with that and we'll do this and that. And thousands of lives are affected, and you're one of them. You have no idea what's going on. How could you? You're not in the upper echelon of the corporation. And even if you are a senior VP, a higher end department head, when do they tell you everything? They don't tell you jack squat. You find out through memos, or you get hauled into an office, told the new policy, and then go out and enact it. Many of you who are senior people are treated like garbage because they don't want you to know what's really going on. This is just the corporate world, whether it's in Canada, the USA, or UK, or Germany, it doesn't matter. It's just the way it is. Some companies are much better than others. They're not all the same. But for those of you who have decided, okay, I'm going to give myself a reassessment. I'm really going to find out whether I can change my life here. This guy in Canada, this homeless guy who has these classes, really, why are his viewers always so happy all the time? Why are they giddy when the market goes down? I read these comments and I hear them. He reads the comments on his show, and these are a different group of people. This is not what a typical YouTube channel looks like. Because right now, if I were watching, you're saying to yourself, if I were watching another YouTube channel talking about the pre-market right now, they're going to be panicking because it's only up 90 points on the Dow and only up 10 on the S&P, and Apple's coming up with bad news. They'd be all worried about it. Not in this guy's channel. This guy's channel is talking about changing your life for the better. This is unusual. And he does this all the time. It's not like he only mentions this every once a month. He's always doing this. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe there is. Yes, you can take control of your life if you want it, but you gotta want it. And some of you folks have gone to these seminars. I can't mention names because I don't know them. But there are those so-called motivator speakers out there that come to your town, or you can watch online or something like that, and then you can take their motivational courses and all this stuff. And some are religious leaders. They do this through religion. Others do this through self-performance reviews or whatever. There are those who you'll see occasionally interviewed on Oprah. I'm talking about the past years, obviously, or they're on you see them on talk shows, and they're really motivational people, and they really help you assess yourself. There's nothing wrong with these kinds of folks. I love going to motivational pep talks. The last one I was at was a long time ago, though. I remember one. Can't remember if it was the last one I was at, but I was at one where they had a fellow on the stage. He was on for 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. He was one of 3 or 4 speakers, and they gave him I think they gave him 20 minutes. And I think we were in the audience for like an hour. We listened to 3 speakers. I remember one, this guy, and he was a motivational speaker, and he had the room going. I mean, he had the room going. We were all sitting there like this after listening to the first speaker. We were like this, and we politely clapped when the first speaker left. And here comes the second guy, and we're like this. We're just sitting there going, okay, what do you got to say for yourself? Well, introducing Mr. So-and-so, blah, blah, blah. He'd come out and going, hi, guys, how you doing? Nice to see you. Look, I understand that you're sitting here. You were sent here by your boss. They made you come to this, and you're pissed off. And I'm going, whoa, this is a different thing. This guy is interesting. He said, but I just want to say, hey, we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to have fun. Instead of me telling you what you already know, why don't I tell you about some stuff you might not know? Or what you might find interesting, or how about this? And then he just went off and off, and you're just slowly but surely, you're doing this in your chair. You're leaning forward to listen to this guy and getting engaged. And your arms are unfolded, and your hands are on your hips, and you're listening, you're leaning in. And he had us, he says, sometimes the greatest person in your life is someone you haven't met yet, because you think you've met the best there is. You haven't yet, and you don't realize it's possible. It's possible right now in this room. The person sitting next to you on this side, or the person in front of you, or the person behind you could be the greatest business contact you could ever make, and you have no idea that this is going on. And here's what I want you to do right now, every single one of you guys and girls. I want you to get up off your feet. Get up! And everybody stood up. I want you to shake the hand to the person to your left, and the person to your right, and the person in front of you, and the person behind you, and tell them what your name is and what firm you're with. Right now, do it! And everybody, and the whole room just lit up. I mean, the energy just ramped up. And he says, after this chat is done, what I want you guys to do is pull out your business cards and give your business cards to these people, because you've met 4 new people today. Now, maybe you came with your best friend, and he's beside you or she's beside you. That's all right. But get out there and let them know who you are and what you're about. Oh my God, the room just went nuts. We were so stoked up. It was unbelievable. That 20 minutes was over, and we wanted more, and he had no more to give because he only got 20 minutes. That was a speaker of motivational speakers. They're out there on the internet. They're on YouTube. They're on whatever. And I hope you have your share of those and all that. But you know what? When it comes right down to it, you got to want it for yourself. Do you want yourself to be more successful, or are you content being where you are? And for many people, they are very content because they say to themselves, well, I drive a nice car, although I have payments. I have a nice house, I've got a mortgage on it, full of furniture, which, I bought 10 years ago, and it's all right. I could use a new TV in the bedroom, but I'll wait for a sale. And you realize after a while, you're going, you look successful. You think you're successful. You are ahead of where you were when you got out of college, but you're not quite really there. And I come along and say, why don't you do a self-assessment of yourself? And you go, who are you to tell me what I should be doing with my life? But you do it anyway because you don't admit to it. And you give yourself the Will Smith dope slap, and you're going, oh my gosh, I am leaving stuff on the table. And I am at the height of my career. I'm 45 years old. I've been working in my career now for 20 years. I know everybody in this business. I know everybody in this industry. I know the winners, the losers, the pretenders, the doers, the overachievers, the slackers. I know them all. And I'm damn good at what I do. And you have not realized that in the last 5 years or 10 years, you are way underpaid for what you deliver. And that is a hard pill to understand and swallow. That is a tough one because you realize that a lot of people that you've counted on and that you've worked with and you've respected have been taking advantage of you. And they've been sucking out of you everything you've got to give, and they're giving you as little as possible on the way back. And it's now time for you to either change employers, change careers, change firms, change whatever, perhaps become an independent consultant rather than an employee and charge corporate rates for your services. I don't know. It's up to you to figure out. But for some of you, I'm going to learn how to write stock options. This guy here, boy, I want to hang out with these people right here. I want to hang out with these guys all the time because these guys here talk about their trades and they're on the market and they're making money out there. I want to be part of these guys. And there are folks here who have completely changed their lives from just living check to check and not living check to check. I mean, they're getting checks, but they're still not paying their bills, to now completely rolling everything over. There are people who have paid off credit cards. There are people here who have paid off loans. There are people here who have paid out mortgages. There are people here who have gone and taken out a home equity line of credit and used that money to manage it. Because a year ago, they were borrowing money at 2.5%, 3.5%, 4% interest, and they're generating 8, 10, 12% every 2 weeks on their money because of option writing. And they're going, this payment is a joke. I'm happy to borrow against my house. I don't want to sell my house. I don't want to leave. I don't want to move anywhere, but I got all this damn equity just sitting here that's grown and that I've added to because I've made these payments. Why don't I put this money to work for me? I don't want to buy a second house and be a landlord. I don't want to do that. I want to manage what I got and make it pay me what I deserve to get paid. And this is what's happening here time after time after time after time after time. And I was guessing on Friday with you guys, I was asking you kids who are watching me, just how many contracts do you think you guys are writing every week, every month as a group on this channel? And what kind of money are you making from your contracts? Some of you are trading contracts for a 10, 20, 30, 40 cent profit. Some of you are trading contracts where you write a call for $1.50, buy it for 50 cents. Some of you write calls for $3, buy them for $1. Some of you write calls for $5, $6 and buy them for $1.50. Some of you make some really huge money per contract. Others make pennies, but you trade hundreds of them. I was wondering, are there 5,000 contracts outstanding at any one time, or is it 10,000 contracts outstanding at any one time because of the viewers of this channel into this option market, which is a $1 trillion machine? It's huge. And is this channel generating $500,000 a month, $1 million a month, $2 million a month, $3 million a month in revenue from option premiums, from depreciating options, coming into the hands of the viewers of this channel? Because I think it is substantial and I think it is serious stuff. And I know of many of the viewers here who are saying to me, I started writing 5 contracts when I first started writing contracts. Now I'm writing 30. Others are saying I started with 4, 8, 10. I quickly got to 15, 20 contracts. I'm learning all about poor man covered call writing now. Now I'm up to 50 contracts every 2 weeks. I am really expanding this business. This has changed everything around here. Congratulations to all of you for finding whatever niche you figured out, whatever part of this option market excites you. The good news is that there isn't one simple answer. The options market is very complicated and it's quite varied. There's a lot to it. And you can be an option writer in many areas of this market in many ways, very conservatively, a little more aggressively, and everything in between. But at the end of the day, as option writers, you guys are in charge of the option market. You call the shots. And you let the stock tell you what to do. You don't even have to guess. It's fantastic. Thank you all so much for following this old man and hanging around for as long as I can keep doing it. We'll keep on going. But eventually you're going to be on your own. So absorb as much as you can from this fading old YouTuber. Because I don't know how long I can keep going. It's been 5 years that I've been a YouTuber so far, but in this channel, it's been an interesting 2-year run or so. 1.75 years now live every day, Monday to Friday. And it's been a lot of fun. I love it. And it's just so exciting to see the results that are coming out from how you guys are doing. And one of the ways I know how you're doing is how many classes get picked up and how many one-on-ones I get requested for. And then I get to talk to you, individually, and I find out exactly how you're doing. And you let me know, well, I did this and I did that, but then I tried to do this and I tried to do that. And, we go through the pluses, the minuses, and everything else. And then we make adjustments and we keep going forward. It is exciting as all get up what this market can do for you. As I'm speaking here, the Dow is slumping back. It's up 61 points now. It's just, wishy-washy here. S&P's up 6, the Nasdaq's up 23. There's nothing going on in this market. And that tells me there is not a lot of desperate buying coming in here at any price to get their hands on stock. There are a lot of investors out there realizing in the last week or two, why am I chasing these shares? Tell me, why am I doing this? Apple isn't even hitting their numbers of last year. Microsoft didn't do it. Google didn't do it. Amazon isn't doing it. Facebook is definitely not doing it. Twitter is gone. It doesn't trade anymore. And it's its own basket case. Any companies that rely on those companies to make money are really hurting, because if the parent, the big machine, can't make the bucks, how can the small providers make money? It's a chain reaction of misery, and we're hearing 10+% inflation in Europe. We're hearing 12 to 14% inflation out of the UK expected. America, they talk about 6-8% inflation. I don't believe it. I don't think that's true. I think North American inflation is over 10% right now. I believe that if you are going to your local hangout, your favorite stores that you like to shop at, you're paying more than 6% for products than you did a year ago. There's no way you're only paying 6% more. That's impossible. And there are people out there with rent increases that have been dramatic. There are people out there with housing costs that are surging. Just trying to get a plumber to your house, or an electrician, or someone to do a roof, or whatever. I mean, you're talking some serious increases in costs that have come to all of us again and again and again. I wonder really just how unbelievable are these price increases. They're not 6-8%. There's no way that's true. But look, a lot of you out there have taken your lives to the point where you've decided, I'm going to write options here, and you're bringing in triple the kind of money you used to bring in. You used to bring in money from a full-time job, a part-time job. Maybe your better half had a full-time job and a part-time job. You hardly saw each other. Now the two of you are only doing part-time jobs, or you're not working at all, or only one of you works full-time, and that's from home. You've changed your lives completely. And I think this is the way to go. This is the new normal. Notice how the world is not going back to normal. We're not going back to 2019 in so many ways. We're not going back to 2019 anymore. And that was just 3 years ago, for crying out loud. We're not going back to 2019. If there are politicians out there trying to sell you a bill of goods that they can make it great again, forget it. They have no power. They have no vision. They have no clue what the hell's going on in your life, because they don't want to be you. They want to be a politician. And they're chasing some kind of a fantasy dream of being famous on a podium somewhere, to become who knows what, a best-selling author someday. They're trying to become millionaires off of your labor, off of your slaving work. These folks aren't real people like you are. How can they be? They're celebrities. And it drives me nuts that how many people get sucked in time and time again by political celebrities that have no intention of being politicians at all, because they don't know what it is. They don't know what it is to be a civil servant, because that's what they're running for. They're running for office to be a civil servant, but they won't admit it. What they're really trying to say to themselves, and they're saying to you in a backhanded slap kind of way, is vote for me because I'm more popular than other people are. And I share some of your values, but not all of your values, because they're looking to enrich themselves dramatically. How many politicians become politicians and are broke? And when they leave office, they're multimillionaires. How is that possible? How does that happen? But once you're in, baby, you control the levels of power. You decide who gets what and who wins what contract for what job or whatever. And these guys somehow find ways to get rich. I don't know how it happened. It's a miracle. It really is. Should be a fun day tomorrow. Tomorrow's election day in the United States. The whole world is watching. We were watching in 68. We're still watching in 2022. We'll see how it all comes out. It should be something. Wednesday's markets could be most entertaining. I can't wait, if this happens, to watch Jim Jordan, the guy that wears that shirt with the tie. He never wears a jacket. The Congress guy from Ohio, the former wrestling coach guy. He was a high school wrestling guy. That's his claim to fame. He's going to be the leading Republican on the Judiciary Committee, which means that in Congress, when they have judiciary hearings, he's got the gavel. This is going to be something. Oh, the fireworks are going to be unbelievable. This guy is out there to no end. Unbelievable. He's waiting to take over the Judiciary Committee, and a whole bunch of other wackos with him are going to take over all the other committees, the Banking Committee, the Senate, the Foreign Relations Committees, senators. If it goes Republican, oh my gosh, you're going to have some wild ones running some of these committees. Oh, the business of America stops dead in its tracks for the next 2 years. Nothing gets done. That puts people to work. Absolutely nothing. The market could be in for one of the biggest downturns in modern history. What can I say? It isn't my country. I'm just a visitor and I'm just a fan. But I'll be watching because my money is on the line. If I'm an investor, your money is on the line. If you're an American or not, your dollars are at risk for this election. People they can't put the two together sometimes. They don't understand it. That when you vote a certain way, you've just cut your own throat from your own investment portfolio. They don't get that. There's this separation of reality from whatever. I'm an old guy who's seen this time and time and time again. If you're in your 30s and you're a dreamer of great times are going to happen when so-and-so becomes a senator and this person becomes your congressperson, it's all going to be wonderful for you. Dream on. It's okay. I was 30 once. We thought we had it figured out because when we were in high school, we were going to change the world. And with horror, I watched my 30-somethings and 40-somethings and 50-something compatriots, many fall down the sewer hole of manipulation and just started following the hot trend of the moment and started voting in stupid people. And they're still there. They never quit. And they'll be there long after I'm gone, long after you're gone. Don't worry. This isn't a one-time thing. It's permanent. Don't worry about it. Too much fun at the OK Corral. We got 17 minutes to go, and we're going to start trading. So let's see how things work out. Thank you all so much for being here this morning. I appreciate it. Charlie says, Uncle Bruce, we're going to need you to sign a 15-year YouTuber contract to stay on the air. No pay, no benefits, but you get to hang out with us. Thank you so much. How can I turn a deal like that down? You got to love it. Here we go. Uncle Bruce, you should do a seminar and be like Sam Kinison in the movie Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. Oh, I love that scene so much. It's one of my all-time favorites. If you ever get a chance to see a Sam Kinison YouTube video, it's the first time he's on network television. He's on the David Letterman show. And I don't know if there's a good quality, clean videotape out there of it. It's pretty grainy and it's so, but you can hear everything. But his first ever network television appearance on the Dave Letterman show when he was at NBC, it's a classic, an absolute classic. And it introduced this guy to a part of America, late night America, certainly the college crowd of the day, this is the 80s. And so, of course, here we are in 2022. These college kids are now 50s and 60s. And we miss him terribly. He was unbelievable during his career, as short as it was. He had his faults, of course, but oh my God, did he come out like a ball of fire. Unreal. You ever get the chance, check out a YouTube video of Sam Kinison. First ever network appearance on the David Letterman show. It's about 5 or 6 minutes. It's absolutely breathtaking. And for the time, I mean, to think about it at the time, unbelievable. Charlie and I had a one-on-one this weekend. He said, do the one-on-one, do it for your kids' sake. There you go. We had a very good session. It was pretty cool. And I appreciate, Charlie, I appreciate that we got together. Wait a minute. Am I the moron he's talking about? Wait a minute. What you're saying? Are you talking about me? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Does anyone know the terminology that Fidelity uses for poor man covered calls? I'm not sure. Is it diagonal spreads? Maybe that question was answered while I was yapping away. Somebody probably knows that. There it is, Charlie. It's a diagonal spread. That's likely what it is. Fantastic. Nazareth, Charlie. No, I'm the moron he talks about. I hope he doesn't. I hope this doesn't start a trend. Lame duck. I enjoyed lesson number 14 this weekend. I've had so many of you react to it. We thank you. Folks were really happy that Jen was there, and she was very much involved in it. The lesson right now is being edited by my editor. She was on it a good chunk of the day yesterday. She'll be on it today. Hopefully later this week, we'll have it up on the website. As soon as it's ready, I'll let you all know that any of you who want to get your own copy of lesson 14, it'll be available. Those of you who were in the class live with us, you're getting a copy of the edited version automatically. And so just stand by. As soon as it's ready, we'll start firing them out there, and everybody will get their hands on the lesson number 14. Okay, thank you, everybody. And we got Susan Shops about saying, well, we got 14 minutes to go. Yikes, HPQ, Hewlett-Packard Leap's January 24 showed in the money strikes last week at 15, 18, and 20 for the low end. Today's showing January 24 starting at 3, 5, 8, 10, 13, 15. Why so many? Why so low? Anticipating crash sooner or later. As each week goes by in time, more and more options get created in various strike dates. This is natural. So when the Chicago options market starts calling for market makers to start making markets on stocks, they'll announce leaps 2024, eventually 2025, eventually 2026. And the first leaps that are offered are $5 apart in price. You know, they start at 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. But eventually they'll tighten them up. And they'll spread the spectrum out, and in this case HPQ, they'll go from 3 right up to whatever, and completely normal. Not a this is not a judgment call. This is not a prediction. This is simply housekeeping, and it is simply regular maintenance being done at the site, because now these 2024s are 1 year and 2 months away from expiry. Time to open those up for more contracts. And it's just a way of allowing the gamblers out there, the option buyers, to gamble more on more options. And it allows writers to write different strikes than before. That's all it is. It's not personal, it's business. Okay? It's not personal, it's business. And it's me dribbling my coffee first thing this morning. Welcome all. Nice to have you here. Appreciate it. And let's see what's going on. I got calls, says Jay Lee. I got calls when Google was at the 52-week low. I figured it would bounce up, but instead it dropped another 10%. That's why you keep buying those deep in the money calls and keep writing against them to get paid and compensated if the loss is 10%. If the stock drops and your deep in the money calls drop, you've written calls that are dropping too. And you're now rolling those lower and lower and taking more cash out, which compensates you for most of that 10% drop. The minute that Google wants to level off for a month or so, you're hauling in time depreciation money, which is adding to your arsenal of cash. And then if the shares want to rise a little bit, you're writing options ahead of the market all the time, still bringing in cash and growing your value at the same time. It's waves of uncertainty that we're in here. We're on a sea, we're on the open ocean, and there are waves in the middle of the ocean that crash into nothing but themselves. And so we just participate in this market and go with it. It's all good. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Let's go over to member-only chat now. Hopefully, this will eliminate the troll from our presence. We'll see if that works. Thank you all so much for being here. Please become a member of this channel and join us every day as a participating chatter, as a participating member of this channel. I'd love to have your commentary as well. You get to use the emojis. We have a good time here. And learn how options work. Become an option aficionado, understanding how options are created, how they trade, how they depreciate in value, how they appreciate in value. And you too will figure out how you can fit in to this world of option writing and begin to take advantage of these ungodly premiums that are being paid by these crazy gamblers on the floor. They're just handing money over like you cannot believe, and you might as well take some of it. You probably have bills that you could use this for. Why not pay off the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s? Take care of your debt from 2015 and 2018. Why don't you get rid of those debts and IOUs and join 2022 like the rest of us and be a cash holder and, have more money coming in than you spend. That to me is the ultimate level of success. You make more than you spend all the time, and you actually build an asset value and build your wealth. That's the name of the game. By the way, thank you to those of you who have already been hitting the thumbs up button for us. 137 thumbs ups are in the bin already. We thank you. Keep them coming. We love to hit 200 if it's possible. We have 9 minutes to go before the markets open for trading, and it would be pretty cool if we could zoom in on 200 thumbs ups before we even open for trading. So if you're hanging out with us, 285 of you are here. 140 of you have come in with a thumbs up. That means 145 of you have not, or I've got 145 down thumbs, I suppose. But if you can hand out thumbs ups to us today, help the channel get a little more exposure, that would be very much appreciated. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, kids, and help the channel gain some more momentum and let folks find out about all of these classes that are available to them to learn how to become an option writer. Yes, change your life. Take control of your finances. Tell your boss to stuff it. Say goodbye to those one percenters that, they just say hi to you in the hall and they snicker as they walk away. Not literally, I'm just saying figuratively, but say goodbye to these people and say to yourself, you know what, I'm the CEO of me, and I am worth a lot more money outside this office than inside this office. You get to the point where you write options like you really can write options. You're going to realize very quickly, this is a shocker to people. Get ready. One of the biggest shocks that my viewers get when they write options after a while, they get good at it, they get more prolific at it, is they realize I can't afford to work for my job on my job anymore. I cannot afford to go to work for that boss anymore. It costs me too much money in lost revenue from option premiums because I am missing trades. I am missing golden rollover opportunities on my contracts because I'm in these goddamn meetings all day long, or they're sending me to the plant over here, or they're making me fly from here to here for 2 days and then fly back. And I am missing out on way more money than I can be making on my own account, in my own account, than I can ever be paid, because you figure out how much you get paid every couple of weeks and you divide it by the real number of hours that you actually work for your employer, because you guys are so off base when it comes to figuring out what you're worth. You people actually think that you're working 37 and a half hours a week, and none of you are working 37 and a half hours a week for your job. None of you. You're all putting in more, way more. You don't even count how long it takes for you to start thinking about work to get to work. From the moment you get up, you're already working. And by the time you get to your cubicle, your office, or wherever you're working for your living, that is maybe 2 hours in time already gone by or more. You're not getting paid for that. Then you're at the office from whenever to whenever. Okay. And then you leave your office and head back home. And what are you thinking about? The day. You're still working. And so now you figure out, oh, I'm working 10 hours a day for these guys, 11 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and I don't get paid for it. And then what you also don't do is the boss asks you, can you help out with this, or can you help out with that? You say, oh, I can do that at home for you. I'll finish this report. I'll work on that. You do that on a Saturday for a couple hours, or a Sunday a couple hours, because you want to have a lighter workload when you get to work on Monday. You figure, well, I'll put in a couple hours Sunday afternoon, and that'll make it easier for me on Monday, thinking the boss is going to love you for it. The boss doesn't care. The boss doesn't give a crap. The boss is sitting there going, I just sucked in 15 employees to give me 3 hours each at home for nothing. I'm a God. That's 45 hours of work the boss just got in. Another week of work for free that they'll never pay you for it. And you figure out this stuff, and then you realize, my God, I'm working 70 hours a week for these people. Not in the office, but overall, it's 70 hours a week. Now figure out how much money you're getting. How much are you getting clear at the end of all the deductions and all the income tax and the health care and all this other crap? What do you really, really, really get? And divide that by the number of 70 or whatever the number is. And you better be sitting down, because you're going to faint. You're going to realize how little you get for what you do. And you're told at the at the office level, just how important you are and what a key cog you are. And when it comes to raise time, they give you 3%, 4%. That's all they give you. And they don't pay you for these extra hours. They only pay you for 37 and a half hours. The rest is your donation to the cause. It's expected of you. It's demanded of you. It's garbage. And that's when you realize, my God, if I hang out with Bruce and the gang on Stock Markets with Bruce, and I write options, I can only work as an option writer from when the market is open until when the market is closed. Whatever I want to put in before that and after that is my choosing. And I'm doing it from wherever I want to do it. If I want to do it in my house, I'll do it in my house, my condo, my apartment, whatever. But if I want to go to a Starbucks and hang out there for a little bit of time today, I can hang out with Bruce with one of these. I got an earphone. I can listen to this guy, and or he's not on the air for a few hours during the day. That's when I go out and do my grocery shopping and my get myself a coffee, or I meet a friend for lunch. I'm keeping an eye on my market right here on this device. And then when Bruce is on for the final hour of the day, I'm back where I want to be, closing this market down with this guy. You're realizing that you're working way less hours. I'm not asking you to work weekends unless you want to have a one-on-one with me. Fair enough. You're off. You're working way less and way less in stress, because you don't have any Zoom meetings with anybody that you have to really work to or be committed to going to. You don't have to fly for a 3-day convention here or a 2-day meeting at a branch office over there. None of that crap. No, you are your own boss. You have time for your kids, your dog, your cat, your better half, that girlfriend you've always wanted to go after, a boyfriend. You wanted to pick up basketball. You wanted to learn to become, I don't know, you wanted to learn how to dance. You wanted to become a tennis player. I don't know, is it your golf game? You want to go fishing? What is it you want? What are you passionate about? Why are you killing yourself for other people for free? I don't get it. I do get it, but I don't get it. And it's time for a Will Smith wake-up call. Get that slap going across your face and get with it here. Get with the program. Thank you all for joining me today. Really appreciate it. We're a minute away from opening, so I'll get quiet now and start talking about the market. We have 151 thumbs ups. Thank you. We need 49 more to get to 200 thumbs ups. Can you help me today? Can you get me to 200 thumbs ups, people? Hit the thumbs up button, please, and put it in there. Let's get this thing going. We gained 400 points on Friday. How are we going to do today? Do you remember last week at all? Is it a blur? Unbelievable. Fun times at the OK Corral is what we have going here. Thank you all for joining us and being part of the program. Love having you here. Let's see how the market wants to do for us today. I show a 98-point start to the day, a 98-point uptick on the Dow, 14 on S&P, 50 on NASDAQ. We'll see if this lasts and just what kind of track record it has. We have 160 thumbs up, so we need 40 more to get to 200, folks. Hit the thumbs up button now. Otherwise, I'm going on strike. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. 26.10 on GameStop. We're down 41 cents, if this is to be believed. 26.05 down a little more. We're down 47 cents on Apple right now. We're down $1.40 on Netflix. Nick got out of Netflix on Friday. He did all right. He salvaged his whole deal there. I'm so happy about that. SoFi is up 7 cents to $5.25. Cheers to all of you from around the world today. So great to have you here. 163 thumbs up. So I need 37 more. And we're in the promised land for thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. If you like making money in the market, give me a thumbs up. So if you like writing options and watch them depreciate, give me a thumbs up. So if you got nothing better to do with yourself, give me a thumbs up. Help me out. All right. Thank you, everybody. Here we go. Obama Babe is saying that the people SoFi are so smart. Option trading will be coming soon to SoFi. Michael says, I just want to dance with Bruce. That's all I want to do. Bobby, if I ever get to quit and fully do this, I will climb a mountain one week and write while looking down at everyone else. Mwah. Michael Downs, I'm number 150. Obama Babe, I just want to dance too. Larry has hit the bells. Thanks, Larry, as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What else is going on? What else is going on? Let's go. Larry is our constant, and Michael, Obama Babe, laughing out loud. Susan Shops About says, regarding SoFi split chances, this is reverse split chances. Last night, Bruce said, Noto may do it to attract bigger money and may not care small retailers own his stock. I'm thinking young folks are his customers. If he skewers them, they close accounts. And the fact that they hand out stock when you open up a savings account, they give you shares of SoFi. I don't know, they want to really do a reverse split. Yeah, I'm with you there. I would not do it if I were SoFi. I would not do a reverse split at all. We're up 160 on the Dow to start the morning, it looks like. We've got, let's take a look here. We've got the S&P now ahead by 14 points, which is 0.39 of a percentage point. NASDAQ up 30.29. The Dow's up 0.50. So the market is actually doing the reverse. Normally, the NASDAQ is the biggest winner when the markets go up because they have most of their shares higher PE multiple stocks that trade at much higher future potential, big growth tech stocks and so on. Right now, it is the laggard. The NASDAQ market is the weakest of the three. That's a troubling sign because a lot of fast trading money and a lot of investment cash that comes into the market goes into the NASDAQ 100-based stocks. The younger crowd that come into the market for the first few years of their lives, they want to buy into the future, Marty, the future. And so they're looking to buy the Apples, the Microsofts, the Googles, the Amazons, their favorite brand names, high-tech names with high growth expectations. These companies are disappointing on growth expectations, on earnings expectations right now. They're all coming out going, we're going to have a worse fourth quarter than anticipated. Our first quarter in 2023 does not look good right now. Our future earnings coming through here doesn't look so good. Inflation is going to take away 6, 8, 10% a year in our revenues. It's going to beat up our customers, which is going to beat us up. It's going to increase our costs dramatically, which is going to shrink our margins. The interest rate costs are higher. To people to buy our product have to borrow it. They have to borrow money to buy our stuff because we don't make $1.99 widgets. This is going to be a problem for us. On and on it goes. We'll see what's going on. I don't know. We'll see what's happening. Kathy Griffin kicked off of Twitter as free speech absolutist. Elon Musk cracks down on parody accounts targeting him. He has no sense of humor. Interesting. If he can't handle Kathy Griffin, he's going to have problems elsewhere. Kathy is a nothing burger compared to what vile people are out there doing to him. But whatever, it's your company now, Elon. You own it all. You don't have to ask anyone's permission what to do with it. The reality is, though, you paid $44 billion for this thing. Is it worth $15 billion? Really? The way it's running right now, I don't even know if it's worth 10. And you certainly can't take it public if you wanted to rejigger it and bring it back to the marketplace. I don't know how you do that. You certainly aren't going to get $44 billion for it. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. I just, I'm just a guy trying to figure out what's going on. Anyway, there it is. What else is going on? Monday, says Deuce Caboose. Deuce, I'm number 170, Bruce. You're only 30 away now for your thumbs up number of 200. I see 173 come in, 27 more to go. And we've got 200 thumbs ups today. Thank you all for stepping in for us and coming in here. Appreciate this. All of you already, and those still coming in here with the thumbs ups, help us out. Thanks. We're up 104 only on the Dow. I think we're backing up a little bit here. Amazon is up 36 cents. Netflix is down 255. Tesla down 268. Apple down 183 now to 136.56. GameStop down 68 cents to 25.83. I see now at 25.80. GameStop is now under 26 and falling. We're going lower. SoFi up 3 cents and only 3 cents. We've got HPQ up 13 to 28.42. I see Rocket Lab down to nickel. Moderna up 47 cents to 158.88. ME is up 4 cents to $3. Waiting for any kind of news out of ME. Would love to hear some drug maker make a deal here. We'll see. Matterport down 3.5 cents. ATIP is up 2 to 109. SmartRent down about 4.5 cents here. Spire is down 3.5 to 133.5. Cyxtera looks like it's up 6 cents to 237. The AMC APE combination, the common share and the preferred share for AMC, down now 34 cents at this moment. The combined value of AMC and APE shares is $6.88 combined value. That, you remember when the last time AMC common shares traded at $6.88 by themselves? We're talking 2 years ago. This is a disaster here. Unreal. BBBY, Bed Bath Beyond, is down 9 to $3.88 a share. That was $30 a share when Cohen was involved. They didn't want to do what Cohen wanted them to do. Now they have a $3.88 stock. Congratulations, management. You got the bag and nothing but the bag, and it's full of snakes. That's all you got. You got rid of Cohen. He's not a problem anymore, is he? You're happy with that? You got a 388 stock. Congratulations. Pfizer down 17 cents to 47.05. Boeing up $1.90 to 161.87. Cisco down 6 cents. Home Depot is up 52 cents today. Carvana down 73 to 803. Robinhood up a dime. Vanik Vectors down 11 cents. IBM is down 19. Microsoft is up 36 cents. We got Goldman up 3.30. Google up 34. Adobe up $3. Meta Platforms up 2.50. BlackBerry down a half a penny. Royal Caribbean down 74 cents to 53.96. Let's see who else we got going on here. We got JP Morgan up 135. Target up 74. Costco down $9.90. Got a downgrade today from a brokerage firm. Walmart up 48 cents. The Nvidia down 76. Disney at $100 a share, up $1. American Airlines up 13 cents, 14.24. And there's where we're at right here on some of our favorites as we're now seeing the Dow only ahead by 67 points as more selling is coming in. The buying is running out. The enthusiasm to jump in is drying up, and that's what's going on right now. Amazon down 21 cents, Netflix down 423 to 256, Tesla 203 down 429. I expect Tesla to not surprise me if it reaches 170, 165. Wouldn't surprise me in the least to do this. Problems in China, problems with cash flow, and the number one guy is sitting on a 44 billion debacle that he's trying to deal with, and he's got to get results. And I think he has to sell Tesla stock to keep the bankers happy, and he's going to have to sell it at a lot lower prices he wants. And it's going down. That's all there is to it. Apple 135.90 down 249. GameStop 25.68. We're down 84 cents. We're at the low of the day range right now. The low trade 25.60. We're at 25.63 on GameStop, down 88 cents. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. Wing Commander, you know what they say. If you can't handle parity, you must have a size problem in the downstairs department. You know, where the sun never shines, where the ducks go for the winter. You know, that kind of place. Let's see. Yeah, laugh out loud. You got the bag and nothing but the bag. I wish I could take credit for that saying, but I can't. That was someone told me that many years ago. A really great guy. We were involved in a potential negotiated arrangement of a little public company. We were going to help reorganize it. This is going back to like 2003, and we were in discussions to help a little public company or reorganize themselves. And the president of that company and his directors, they ran the little thing. And they had done a beautiful job running it into the ground, and they were still paying themselves ungodly amounts of money, stealing, I think, shareholder equity. And we came to them with a proposal to salvage the company. And my cohort said to me, you know, we can either save them or we can just let him have the bag. He can hold the bag that he's holding now. The problem he doesn't realize is that the bag is full of snakes. And so he can have the bag, the whole bag, and nothing but the bag if he doesn't take our deal. He didn't take our deal. And that's what he ended up with, a bag of snakes. And within 6 months, the company was delisted and it was no longer trading. And the company was insolvent and everyone lost everything. And this guy lost his juicy little job, and he was the president of nothing. And we had given him an opportunity to salvage the thing. He would have still kept his job. We actually made a deal with him that he could still be the president of the company. Wouldn't take our offer. Ended up with the bag and nothing but the bag. There you go. Sometimes you got to take the deal in front of you. What are you going to do? Oh, so much fun. What else? Wing Commander, you should say credit for expressions and even words like the aging orange did in the regular basis. You know, the one who knows words and has the best words. You know, snake bag, says Coyote. Susan, dude, yes, he was with Twitter. He was very tight with Dorsey and speaks highly of Noto. President and CEO of Bags Inc. Wing Commander, so glad Uncle Bruce screamed at us to get away from BBBY. Walked away with a profit. Avoid. Yes, we got a gain on the Dow of 122 points. Woohoo! We're up 7 on S&P. Nasdaq is -8. We're in the red, and the Nasdaq has been lagging the Dow, and we're going lower. I don't know how we can go higher. I don't think so. Maybe the odd computer buy program might come in here, but really, it's time to go on the sidelines with some of these guys. And again, option writers, you're just going to love it. Look at the Apple stock, 136. How many people here write Apple calls who were writing? They were writing 150, 55s a month ago. They were writing 145, 150s a couple of weeks ago. Now they can roll down and buy back their 145s, 143s. They can now write 138s. They can write 140s for a month or two out and increase cash in their accounts. It's time to do that. Apple is handing you a gift. Those of you who are sitting on deep in the money Amazon contracts, This stuff wants to stay under $90 down here. You're not gonna write 110s. You're not gonna write 105s. You're not gonna write 100s. You're gonna write 95s, 93s, 92s. There's pressure on Amazon. GameStop 25.38 down $1.13. How many of you are sitting on 28s, 27s, 26s, and 25s? I'm so pleased that so many of you are sitting on $25 contracts, 25.50s. You've been crossing your arms, or you rolled up into 27s, 8s, 9s, and 30s. It's comeback time. Now you can look at writing 26s, 26 and a quarters. You may want to look at writing January 26s. Take in a fat premium, and if you can buy back a call for a third of what you sold it for and roll into something for much more money, might be the time to do so. 25, 29, and we could go lower. We could go lower. This stock has dropped 30 plus cents in the last 10 minutes. We're under pressure here. 25, 23 is the low now on GameStop. And the Dow's up 135, NASDAQ is down 11, and we're going to go lower. This market's going lower. We haven't had a big sell-off day. Remember, I have warned you guys, and I've talked to you guys for weeks and weeks. Right Decembers, right Novembers and Decembers and Januarys, taking big money because we're going to have a sell-off here. There will be one. We haven't had one yet. We have not had a 2,000-point down week in the Dow at all. We are overdue. And stocks will just get sucked in with the vortex. That's what's going to happen. It's nothing personal. It's not like GameStop's going to lead the market lower. It's just going to go with it. 25.11, I just saw go through another low trade of the day on GameStop. Watch your options, and let's see how it goes. All right, Coyote, this is an interesting open. DQ, I'm out of Netflix short. Rock and roll, DQ, you made money. Go to GameStop, rolling south, 25.15, 25.18. Volume now on GameStop to start the day in 16 minutes, 568,000 shares. What is that? Divide that by 4, 140,000 pre-split. I mean, we are talking dead quiet here, and we're off $1.40 to 25.07. Watch your stocks drop and look at stink bids, really low stink bids. You might get lucky today. Let's see how low this wants to go. Interesting stuff, but look at writing immediately. Look at writing 26s, 26 and a quarters, 26 and a half. If you can buy a call back for $1.80 and sell one for $4.80, or you can buy one for $2 and sell one for $5, or buy one for $2.20 and sell one for $4.90. Can you bring in a couple of dollars a contract right now into your account times the many contracts you're rolling? This is what it's all about, kids. Come on down here. 24.88 on GameStop. 24.85. We're down 166 on GameStop. Down we go. All right. I'm enjoying this depreciation on my January 23, $25 strike call. I wrote it for $8.80. It's not trading at that anymore, is it? Michael says, nice. Constantine Clippers. My January GameStop 27.50s at $5.60 are sitting at $3.50. I'm keeping my arms folded. Yes, keep your arms folded. Allow depreciation to take hold even more. They might be under $3 here in no time. Keep your eye on that. You might roll down later today. Maybe not. You might go to 26 and a quarters. But right now, I like the fact that you're at 27 and a half because you have $3.50 worth. That's all yours. These are worth nothing. In the next week or so, they could well be at $2 a piece. And then you might buy those back down around $2 and then write new ones for $5 again, bringing in another $3 a contract. Hello. Coyote, I can smell the out of the money. I can smell it. I can smell it. Nick, I'm out of the short too on Netflix. Way to go, Nick. Coyote, 24.96. We're at 24.90 on GameStop, down $1.50 right now, as the Dow is still holding a 125-point gain, but it won't hold it much longer. We're going red here, down 30 on NASDAQ. Auntie Jen, how are you? How's your voice?
My voice is okay.
You did a lot of talking on Saturday, unusual with all the class.
Well, there's that.
We had all those students behaving terribly.
And all me shouting, hard! Watching curling.
Yeah.
There's that.
She wasn't yelling at me hard. No, she was
No.
yelling at curling hard.
Heavy on.
When I hear her yelling hard, and I'm going, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I missing something? No,
Don't
she's
go
watching.
there.
She's watching curling. Let's not go there. She's just watching curling. 24.81 on GameStop. We are at the low of the session here. We talked about this on the class the other day. This stock is coming down under 25 now. It's been a while since we've been under 25 on GameStop, but a lot of you have written 27s and 28s and 29s. You did the roll-ups as I suggested you should do. And oh, are you being benefited now? This is a wonderful, wonderful stop. We got Netflix 253 down $7. DQ covered his short. Nick covered his short.
Nice.
Thank you for the profit, you say,
Yeah.
and move on. It's all fine. Excuse me 1 second. I am boiling in here now. It's so warm.
It's just because I'm here.
You're so hot.
And
You make
it
me
revs
hot.
you up.
She just ramps me up. What can I say?
Do you know that I got an email this morning from Redbubble that everything is 20 to 60% off today?
Everything is 20 to 60% off on Redbubble.
Yeah.
That includes our stuff.
That includes our stuff.
We have T-shirts now for Rugman and hoodies and sweatshirts and coffee mugs. Rugman product is now available, and you can
I'm
get your
working
hands on it. Yeah,
Just keep writing. That'd be a great cup.
we're thinking about a
Just
cup.
keep writing.
Just keep writing. Yeah, we're working on stuff. We've been so busy here with the class, and now with the lesson number 14, and the fact that the lessons are now $150 each from 100. We had to do all that. Then we did
I'm busy in November.
She's a busy gal. I just finished a couple of one-on-ones yesterday, and I'm trying to get some sleep. And we've upgraded during all this. We upgraded the Redbubble store with the new Rugman feature. So we got all the merchandise out that we want to get out with Rugman on it. So you're welcome to enjoy it. And it could be on sale today. There's probably a special code if any of you ever bought anything before on Redbubble. Ever, you've probably got an email today telling you there's a special on everything, which includes my stuff. So head on over to Bruce Frommert on Redbubble, look it up and check out our stuff. See what you think. Christmas is around the corner for your friends. Nothing like a Rugman sweatshirt to brighten someone's day. I got to order one for myself.
You know what I did this morning?
Uh-oh.
Something I haven't done in a long time.
Oh no.
So I was putting cream on my face.
Okay.
And I got it in my eye.
Oh, you got it in your eye. That can't be good.
So now my eye is just tearing and tearing. I washed it out. It doesn't matter now. I've just aggravated the hell out of it. So I'm not winking at you.
She's not winking at me. And when she yells hard, she doesn't mean it.
And I don't have the red devil eye. It's just.
Is it any wonder she's not on camera? Is it any wonder?
Is it any wonder?
I mean, you look like a peach, babe.
I'm just a peach. That and the foul language keeps me off the air.
That's that and the foul language. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, we're having too much fun here. Of course, you all know, those of you who have seen Jen in person when you got together with us in the meet and greet, you know this is what she looks like. She was dressed up to the nines when we got together in Ontario last year. It was a beautiful day, and I was wearing my fancy clothes. I had a Tesla that I was renting, and Jen had on one of her little slinky outfits. This is what she wears when she goes grocery shopping. This is typically what she looks like, and this is how it is. But today, a little rougher, unfortunately. What are you going to do?
Just one eye.
It's just the one eye, you know. What can I say?
Yeah, you just want to slap yourself when it happens.
You just do. This is not Jen, by the way. That is not Jen on the beach in the Cayman Islands. No, that's not quite what Jennifer looks like. The hair's a bit too dark, and that's not quite what Jen looks like.
Much taller than I am.
There you go. But here we are with the Rugman logo right here. Yoink! Yoink, Rugman. Today, Rugman is pulling the rug out of all kinds of people, and it's very effective today. The superpower is underway. And if you go to the Redbubble store, you'll find that we have uploaded now clothing, T-shirts, and whatever And
Mail
square mugs, like not just the travel mugs, but these kinds of mugs. We've done the best we can to fit that logo on there. Congratulations, everybody. Nice to
Otherwise,
have
how
you
are the
here.
markets this morning? What are we looking at?
We
Dow
are,
Jones green, everything else red.
yeah, the NASDAQ is negative 32. The S&P is up 2, and the Dow's up 107 right now. That's what's going on. What else is going on here? GameStop got as low as $24, I think 81. Let me double check. The low of the day, 24.81 on GameStop. Right now, 25.10, a dead cat bounce going on here. Down 142 at the moment. Your options are definitely slipping. No question about it. The 26.25s are out of the money. The 27s are out. The 28s are out. They're all out of the money, and the stock is lower. So the pressure is on these contracts to cough up some ground here. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Those of you who are buying back on stink bids and now writing again 26s and 26 and a quarters and 26 and a halves, if you can do those for December or January, bringing in way more moolah, that's what you want to be doing. You want to be buying back low and selling up here, bring in more cash. Otherwise, sit tight, cross your arms, watch the depreciation keep coming in here day in and day out. You're going to have a great week this week, I think, as we continue to notice the depreciation here right now. Ed Hawkins, bros, January 23, GameStop, 26 and a quarters. I sold them for $531. They're now at 360 to 430. Should I wait or buy back? Just wait. Just wait. Sit back. They're worth nothing. They have zero value but time. And now you look at how much time they have left. We have this month is November. This is November 7th. So we got about, 15, 16 trading days left for November. And then we have maybe 12 trading days in December. What do you got? Not even 30 trading days. So you got like 25 trading days. These contracts are going to shrink out. They're going to shrink out because these are December 16th that he's got. And that includes weekends. So there's only like 12 trading days in December before these die. And then he's got maybe 12 here. He's got 24 trading days total. And it's a 360 bid. It's going down 15 cents a day here. Down they go. Beautiful stuff. Olivia's laughing. Mr. Premium of the option says, I just wrote a cash secured put on GameStop, $24 strike. It expires next Friday. I got 94 cents for it. So smiling about that. If the shares want to go below 24, he'll have to buy them, but he gets 94 cents already. He's only paying $23.06 if he gets exercised. Daring them to bring it to him. Nice going. Nice going. Oh, definitely grabbing a mug today, says Michael. Susan shops about last Thursday, opened Fidelity margin account and panicked. They put all my stocks on margin for collateral. Reduced my equity. Called today. Where's my 5,000 cash coded account type cash margin? It's all okay. Michael, still don't see the mug. Keep looking. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I rolled into HPQ 25s for June at 360. It was now worth 575. I was watching one of the classes and it hit. Should I buy these back at 550 and then write 27 or 28 for February for 3 or for 250? HPQ, let's take a look at this stock. It's 28.37 up 8 cents. And you wrote a 25 for June. And I was watching one of these classes and it hit. Okay, now I don't understand what this means. It hit.
You had an epiphany.
Did you write them? Did you? I don't understand here.
Something made sense.
I know something made sense, but I don't understand the message that Nick is actually giving me here. I'm having trouble understanding this. Did you write them for 550? Did you write them for 360? And should you be writing 27s or 28s? At the moment, I wouldn't be writing 27s or 28s. No, I'd be sitting on 25s. And let's see if this market comes off. If you're holding, if you did get 550 for 25s, that's like getting 30.50 for the stock. And it right now, as I said, is 28.35. It's not going anywhere at the moment. So if this coughs up $1 to 27.35, those calls are worth $2.35 book value. The rest is premium that will, it's coming in. No need to go into a lower price contract for 27s or 28s at the moment. Let's see what happens. Zeta State, I'm number 179. Bruce, thank you everybody for these thumbs ups. And Alex, Jen was the talk of London, as I remember it. Wasn't she in that slinky outfit when you saw her? Wasn't that something? It was great. Everybody in the restaurant was just going, ooh, who's Alex? Who's Alex sitting with? That goofy looking guy, but check out that babe. Oh, whoa. DQ, Michael, I sent you the link to the handle mug. There you go. There are two logos on Redbubble for Rugman. The original logo we popped up last week that we first got for some of the merchandise, and then we did another bunch of merchandise with the Rugman logo. I think I used the term something like Rugman is here to save the day or something like that. You'll find that description of the logo. That is the one with the clothing and the mugs. You'll figure it out. Just do some searching. You'll find it. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce just bought back 13 GameStop $25 calls that I sold for $6.69. These are November 25s. I bought them back for $1.86. Should we look at December or even January to rewrite? Yes, look at December or January to rewrite. Yes, sir. Look at 26s or something like that. See what you can bring in. That's a nice hit there. Kareem, what do I search for on Redbubble, Uncle Bruce? Well, if you go to Redbubble and you
Uncle Bruce or Rugman.
If you enter the word Rugman, you might get some logos up. If you find any item with a Rugman logo on it, click on it. Scroll down the page. It'll show you a little line that says other items with this logo on it. Click on that, and there you should see everything else.
And I think we hashtagged the Rugman.
I think we did. I think Jennifer hashtag Rugman, so it should pop up. All right. What else going on? Susan shops about plan to use my margin only when absolutely needed. Can't tell you folks how much appreciated responses to the end of my week. Panic over this. When anyone opens margin account will look scary couple of days. All righty. Bobby hits full name, I think. What else is going on? Kareem, search for Rugman. People are telling him how to do it. Got it. Thanks. He says, mug has been bought, says Michael. Nick, it hit me. Damn character limit. There you go. Susan, Nick, think you acted on my find. I didn't do it, but I saw you did. Happy it worked out for you writing at 316. Now it's 575. Rugman to the rescue. There you go. That is the word right there. All righty. And a Coyote, it was like the restaurant scene at Goodfellas where Henry is bringing his date through the back of the house. I'm not quite sure what Coyote is referring to here. Mirko already sold 7 GameStop December 1625s at $3.49. Okay, can be done. DQ, look for Rugman to the rescue and click the one that has it all in caps. DQ, the one that isn't all caps is the original double D HPQ 2025 leaps question mark. If they're deep in the money and you can get them for that 90-10 rule or better, check it out. Check it out. GameStop 25.57 trying a dead cat recovery from the low of 24.81. This is your chance to write 26s, 26 and a quarters. If you bought back, you're now writing. Absolutely. All right. BW, Uncle Bruce looking at January 25 GameStop calls to buy for poor man covered calls. With the 10s for 16.55 or the 5s for 20, and then immediately write 90-10, which seems to be in the 5s. Is that correct? Well, the 5s are worth right now $20 each, and they're in the right price range. The 10s are worth right now $15.50, and at $16.50, you're in the hood. You're okay. I would recommend going with 15s and not going with 10s and not 5s, because if you can pay $20 for a contract, pay 25 and get the stock. But if you can get the contracts for 16 instead of the stock for 25, you can do more writing, more leverage writing that way. That's the way I would look at it. You might look at higher priced calls if they're available. Can you get 15s? Can you get 15s for $11, $12? Something like that. That might be a better buy. You can buy more of them and write more contracts. Check it out. Mirko, the other 6 are set for a week later at $4. Right on, Mirko. Way to go. All right, there you have it. Lots to keep up on, Jen. I think today the bagel of the day is the jelly bagel. It's Monday. I need the sugar. I need to stay awake. Okay. I have another 27 minutes to hang on.
I got an extra hour yesterday.
Did I?
Time shift.
Oh, it was shifted. Yeah. But doesn't that mean that I get up an hour earlier today? Didn't I get up an hour earlier? Because
Fell back.
There's a spring ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got an extra hour.
Got the hour back.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, we're back to.
I need all the help I can get. These folks are exhausting me. They're killing me, man. I love it. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you, Miss Jen. See how things go here. Headline just coming across here. Home buying sentiment is at an all-time low as mortgage rates surpass 7%. Fannie Mac says, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Higher interest rates mean only wealthy Americans can afford a new car. Headline. Find that a bit generic, but interesting to see something like that being said. $25.49 on GameStop, $25.46. We might be backing up a little bit here on the GameStop right now. We just did hit 25.50, 51 something, and now we're giving up a little bit of ground. We'll follow that, see how that plays out. The Dow's up 131, going nowhere. We're up 9 on S&P. We're up 13 on NASDAQ. Cannot get this market going. I think there's a lower price coming on these markets. The oil is down 32 cents right now for oil. That's what I'm showing at the moment. I see a couple of sales have gone through on Redbubble. Those of you who did that, were you able to get a discount today? Were they offering you a deal? Looks like a couple of folks bought mugs. They bought Redbubble mugs. Congratulations on this. I'm glad to see this, that you're able to get these. This is fantastic. We have clocks, pillow covers, acrylic blocks, drawstring bags, tote bags, water bottles, travel mugs, greeting cards, spiral notebooks, stickers, all kinds of stuff with Rugman on it. If you want to get your hands on those, phone covers, T-shirts, and on and on and on it goes. Congrats! I think there's 51 products at least with the Redbubble with the Rugman logo from Redbubble. I can't say it easily enough. There are all kinds of T-shirt designs, premiums, long sleeve, graphics, classics. They range in price all over the place, depending on where you live. There are Canadian prices for Canadians, American prices for Americans. If you want to get one of those, make an investment there. Same thing with these Rugman to the rescue items, all kinds, T-shirts, hoodies, you name it. Save 20 to 60% off site-wide right now, it says. And so check it out. And again, thank you, all of you out there who have been, just supporting this channel in any way you wish, whether it's a Redbubble purchase or you're becoming a member of the channel, you're handing out thumbs ups. We have 191 thumbs ups. Dude has been a member for 2 months as a gold bagel member. I learned all the bad words thanks to Auntie Jen. There you go. There's another side benefit from being a member of this channel. You learn all the bad words. You got to love that. Thank you all for being here. Lorraine Innes, I've been a member for 14 months. Gold bagel member. Thank you, Lorraine, for letting us know that. Some of you putting up these beautiful banner announcements. There's no charge for you to do that. Love it when you do that. It tells the rest of the market out there, the rest of the YouTube channel, hey, these folks are having fun here and we enjoy it. Thank you all so much. Credit Savage, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Uncle Bruce bought back my January 24 SoFi $12.5 covered calls. It's been a bit more challenging than usual. The bid ask is 40.45 and it went as low as 39. I'm at 37. I sold at 49. Arms are folded. I'm willing to buy them back for that much less. Michael, will my coffee be yoinked out from under me when I try to zip it? Hang on with two hands, and you should be all right, Michael. I hope it works out on your mug. Thank you all for being here. GameStop is backing off again. 21.31. Down she goes. We're coming back down again, down $1.20 on GameStop. The Dow Jones now is up only 58 points. We're giving up ground there as well. GameStop 25.08. We're dropping quickly. 25.08, coming back to the 24.80 low of the day. Seems to me that's what's going on, as best as I can see it. The Dow up only 58 points at the moment. Susan Shops About says, Credit, why did you buy so far out? He didn't buy. He wrote those contracts. Thought we should be buying deep in the money. Now I'm confused. He wrote those calls to buy them back at a lower price. That's what he did. And that's what he's trying to do right now. He's trying to scoop them back. The stock SoFi is up 4 cents to 522. Now it's at 517. And I got the Dow up officially. I think it's up at 150. I could be wrong. We're jumping about here all over the place. 517 on SoFi right now. 25.30 on GameStop. Yeah, dude, same thing, Susan. I think that he wrote them. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Yeah, thank you. I'm done with that. The bagel is in the house. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Coyote, it is a right. He writes leaps on SoFi and buys them back. He tries to buy them back for less than he sells them for. BW, I can't wait to buy a bunch of Rugman stickers and put them all over my city because Rugman is coming out to the rescue to save you all. There you go, kids. Cheers. Time for a bagel. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go. It's going to be interesting this year when the year end hits. How many investors out there are going to be entering capital losses for their returns versus the viewers of this channel on average? And how many viewers of this channel are going to be actually having to enter capital gains because option writing has come in so nicely? It should be entertaining. Indeed. Yeah. Fred Savage. Yeah, man. These people think I'm playing. If they keep being funny, I'll just pull my bid and go to 29 cents stink bid. Make my stinky bid even stinkier. I'm being a nice guy right now because I'm a nice guy like that. Coyote, there will be a New York Times article next week. What are all these strange Rugman signs appearing all over Central Park? What's going on here? What is that all about? Deuce to boost. What's a capital gain? I haven't had one in years. Credit Savage, Student Shops About. I sold 50 covered calls. You should know by now I never buy options. Ever. Only puts. We are the casino. That's right. I love you, Credit. I love you. There you go. Yeah. Writing calls and buying them back for less. Yep. Fun times. Amazon is down 74. Netflix down 750. Tesla down 535. Apple down 182. GameStop down 134. It's a negative start across the board here. SoFi 515 down 3. Good question here from Trucker Tech. Uncle Bruce, I wrote 13 GameStop strikes. I wrote 13 contracts, 2750s, for January the 20th, last Monday when the stock took that shot. I'm currently near a 50% profit right now. I'm up $4,700. Should I wait for more time depreciation? Or do I rewrite a lower strike for December to January? What am I going to do? You've got a lovely scenario here Right now, the stock is at 25.22-ish, roughly, down 129. Been as low as 24.80. Where you're sitting on out of the money contracts. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're sitting on out of the money contracts, and the key now is to see just how they want to react. Obviously, your calls will continue to depreciate because they have no value. They're out of the money by 230 a contract. They're out of the money. They do go until January. I mean, they have some time, so there's time premium. We all know this game. Now, in theory, you could go from a January 20, 27.50 to a January 20, $26 contract and bring in more cash. You could play that game. You could also go to a 25 where you just hit the, pick up the right $25 contracts at the money right now, they're 25.13 a share, and take that gain of added cash into your account and say, take me out of 25. I'll take this premium plus $25. I dare you. I don't know what they're going for. I'm just going to take a peek here. My quote will be 10 minutes behind, so forgive me for being late, but let me just see what this shows. We're talking about January contracts, are we not? Yes, we are. And you were talking about January 20s. So right now, a 25 is 430, and the 27.50s are 330. So you get $1.30 more. Not that much more, but it's $1.30 more for 250 closer in. You could play that game. You could play another game, and that's called, well, I might go to February instead of January. There's no rush to do this, by the way. But you could decide I'll write February contracts for $475 on those 25s, or maybe I'll offer them at $520. You want to take me out up there, and I'll buy back down here. But right now, no rush, my friend. You've got the dream scenario happening for you here, where the stock is down to 25.18. It just got here. We could certainly lose $1 or $2 more and get into the 23 neighborhood. And you may find that that these contracts will make you yet another gain of another $2,500. And at that point, you might go, okay, well, now I'll buy these back. And now I'll write maybe 25s for January or February, or I might write 24s and play that game. You can't go wrong either way. You buy 5, 6, 7 of them back now and write 5, 6, 7 lower strike or February calls. Make a partial move here, and then decide later today or tomorrow or the day after tomorrow what to do with the rest of them based on how the market reacts. You can always do a two-step here. Up to you. Trucker Tech, I am thumbs up number 195, but thank you so much. We have 199 thumbs ups in the house. Thank you, everybody, for helping me out get to 200 thumbs ups. It is much appreciated every time you do it for us and beyond. It is great. Karim, Meta, November 11, 92 calls. I got 156 now, 480 to buy back. What should I do? Okay, now you wrote 92 calls on Meta. Let's see. Meta. Where are we on Meta? I've got to slide my quote. Here we are. We're 95.41 up 462 because they announced layoffs today and the stock is up. That's right. Well, one game plan is take advantage of a roll-up. The stock is 96 right now. You might want to look at, you buy these up and turn around and write maybe 94s or 95s for December or January. Take a look at those. Can you get around $5 for those 95s or more? Because obviously your 480s might be now worth 550 or something like that. Can you do something like that, Karim? do some shopping here on your option chain. See if I can get Meta up here. Excuse me. Meta platforms, 95.81 at the moment. Pop in the option chain and see if this pops up for me. Here it comes. And if I take a look at just December's for fun, can I get December's to show up here? Let's roll. Let's go through all. There we are. Okay, let's go to December 2022. See if that works for me. There it comes. You said you have 92s right now. Okay, so let's take a look. 92s for December. Let's go to December 16th, the third Friday in. Let's look at writing those because they would have the most liquidity. Yeah, look at that. Okay, well, at the moment, we can do 90s or 95s. 95s are 675. There's 25,000 of them in existence, and they have a 10-cent spread, which is kind of cool. The 100s are showing 450 to 455, so we don't want to write those at the moment because you're not going to get enough money for them. Nothing wrong with writing 100s, but if you can write 95s or even 90s, if you write 95s and bring in 675, 680, can that break you even on these 92s? Well, the 92s cost you, say, 550, and can you get 675 for writing 95s for December? That would be a move up in money and a $3 move up in premium, in exercisability. That might be a good move. Let's take a look at January's just for fun, because we love having fun. 95s are 910. That might be one. Otherwise, you could write 100s for 670 on this contract. Now, think about this. If you write the 95s or the 100s, even for January, in the shares in the next, say, the next week or so, give up some ground from 95 to 91. They do that again, 95 to 92. These calls that you've written, 95s and 100s, they're out of the money. And there will be a slump. Even the 95s are only 62 cents in the money right now. So, this is a healthy premium to take advantage of. So I believe I'd be looking at this, Karim. You've got some work to do there. I like the idea of bringing a bunch of cash into your account. I really like this idea. Can you buy back your calls for $5.50 and get $9? Can you buy back for $6 and get $9.50? Can you buy back for $4.95 and get $8.75? Can you really bring in some cash? That's what I want you doing. I want you looking at that. Don't worry about the calendar going to December or January. Don't worry about that. Take the money. We are looking for a correction in this market. We're not getting it yet. We're up 190 on the down. We haven't got the correction yet. It's coming. You want to be cash rich. So this might be a good move. These stocks could go to 85 in the next 2 weeks. And you've written 95s? Hello. Yeah, you're going to do really well. I think. Anyway, Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, with things going the way they are in China and them shutting down Wuhan again, I seriously think Tesla's going to go to 150 or lower. I may buy a few puts far out, say maybe March. Do you want to buy puts, Farah? I don't know about that. Trucker, if you wait any more time, GameStop could swing up or down. However, right now, you for sure can take money off the table. 50% is a great return. The Credit Savage, I would buy them back now and sell 25s for the same strike date. Who cares says, Uncle Bruce, I've written January, February covered calls across my holdings, and I'm holding cash. Is the game plan still to wait for the bargains? I'm a little itchy, not trying to make money with my cash. Yeah, right now you're waiting. You're very patient. You're a sniper. You're all loaded up. You got all your bullets. You got your position. The enemy's coming. Get ready. Just wait it out. Oh, yeah. Good times. Oh, boy. Kids, we're going to have good times. Good time. Market up 174. Fine. Okay. You want to go up 174? Go up 174. I don't care. We're down 5 on NASDAQ. Have you noticed that? This isn't unanimous. No way. 2-year Treasury is above 4.7 again. That's a sign. Okay. Wavy gravy. I'm 198. Thank you. Good morning, Jamie. Susan, Bruce, why don't you talk about writing puts to buy stock? Why don't you talk about writing puts? And then right on. Seems a lot less stressful, low price stuff, so buy stock. Why put so hard to understand? I'm just not as much of a fan of put contracts as I am call contracts. I love the premiums you can get writing calls. This takes care of mistakes. This takes care of market momentum in the wrong direction. This bails you out. It's an insurance package. And I want you guys conservative, really, really conservative. You're trying to build a portfolio. You're trying to build value, earn income. You need income. And income comes from call premiums, not put premiums. The put premiums can't hold a candle to the call premiums. That's why. All right. Alex, who cares, says this market's a house of cards. I'm waiting for a correction before I buy anything else. Who cares? Thanks, Alex. I feel the same. Susan, Alex, I'm with you. Look at 08, 09, and 2010. That crash was sudden at different points. It took a little more than 2 years before the dust really settled. I think something similar will happen now. Zed, Uncle Bruce, I bought 2 classes on Friday. May have lost the links. Send me a private email. Just send me a private email. Any of you out there who were kind enough to pick up classes from me, some of you sent me PayPal donations, just out and out PayPal donations saying, Bruce, here's some dough, send me these classes. Others of you went to my website and bought them there. And some of you have had problems getting the links to work and all that. Just send me a private email at brucefarmer@hotmail.com. The link is down below. And tell me what classes you picked up. I'll get you the links. We'll take care of you. Okay? No problem. Spicy. I am 205 on your thumbs up meter. Oh, this is beautiful. We're over 200. Credit Savage, laughing. We must start demanding Rugman shirts. Rugman shirts. There you go. You guys got to walk around your hometown with Rugman shirts and have people come up to you going, what's that? What's that? Because it doesn't say Stock Markets with Bruce on it. It doesn't tell you where it comes from. It's all a hidden secret. Oh, it's a secret society. I got a Rugman magnet for our office mini fridge. He will watch over us. Uncle Bruce, I am out of all my shorts. Now I only have GameStop, SoFi, and cash. I don't have any open contracts right now. It is so tempting to write contracts on both. Should I write or stay on the sidelines for now? Well, in GameStop, you can write 26s, 26 and a quarters, 27s for the next, weeks or months out. I mean, November 18th is the third Friday, I think. December 16th is the third Friday of December. Nice tight spreads over there. You can bring in loads of cash on GameStop. On SoFi, you really can't bring in serious premium money right now. We're at 5.16. We're down 2 cents. We got to just stand by. Just got to stand by. Bank of America cutting price targets on JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. They're cutting price targets. Double E, thanks for the updates on classes Sunday. Credit average. Nick, sometimes the best move is no move at all. Nazareth, Nick, AMC earnings are tomorrow after the bell. Might influence the stock. I'm on the sidelines till Wednesday, see which way this thing goes. I've heard nothing but bad news on the theater front. Just terrible. Lack of blockbusters. Not good stuff. Thank you, everybody. We're up 150 on the Dow. Amazon down 130. Netflix down 760. Tesla down $7. Apple down 174. GameStop 2504. Down 148. SoFi down 4 right now. Meta 95.45. All right, there you go. Thank you all for being here today. So great to see you. Some of you folks are picking up Redbubble stuff. Thank you all for jumping in there. There's deals. And there's a full-blown sale on Redbubble. Many of you have already received emails if you've ever bought from Redbubble before. And you can use that code at checkout to save 20 to 60% depending on what it is you order. So I suspect even t-shirts are 20% off, or the coffee mugs or something. Thank you. 206 thumbs ups. Keep those coming in, kids. If you can add to that total, I would appreciate it. We thank you so much for your continued support, moral support, financial support, everything else. We love you. Thank you, guys. You're keeping us on the air. You're keeping us relevant in the YouTube universe, and I appreciate it very, very much. 2505 on GameStop. Here we are. We're only a quarter away from the low of the day. We'll see how that goes. All right. Thank you. Bobby Atkinson, tip for buying classes, save them as favorites in YouTube. You won't lose the links that way. Susan, someone should do Rugman earrings for us. Bruce, sweet rolls, lady covered call writers. Nazareth, Cinemark had positive earnings of plus 60%. If AMC does anything positive, not as much of a loss, I have no idea what will happen, actually. AMC's competitors are going broke. They're filing for bankruptcy. And so some of these guys are not paying rent. And so they're bringing money in, but they're not paying it out. So they have earnings. I would not read much into this. Oh boy. Well, we haven't had the big sell-off yet. Going to be fun. Going to be fun here. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Tesla's sitting at $200. Those of you who have written options on Tesla, whether you've written 200s, 210s, 220s, 230s, 240s, 250s, the stock is dropping. And, you know, when you can make moves where you buy back a call and write a lower strike call, that's a move where you bring more money in. Great. You can make another move where you buy back a call. Maybe you wrote a 230 and now they're half the price, but they were out the ways. You buy them back for that. Turn around and write a 220 call or a 210 call for further out in time. And you do something like theoretically, you wrote a call for $30. You buy it back for $15, and now you write a $50 call. Way out there. You're bringing in gobs of money, okay? You're still offering the stock at 210, 215, higher than it's trading at, but for a huge hit. And you're bringing in net $35 a share into your account. You do that on 100 shares, 500 shares, 1,000 shares, whatever. You're bringing in a huge wad of money, and you're sitting on it. First thing you want to do is if you have margin debits, you've just eliminated them and you're gone neutral. Number two, if you don't have a debit, but it's all credit, you're sitting on a wad of cash. What could you do with it? If Tesla wants to back off to 150 a share, that's stupidly low. You're going to buy back your 210, 220 call you just sold for 50 something dollars. You're going to buy those back for 2025 and write 200s or 190s. And you're going to now bring in more money again. But the other thing you're going to do is you're going to now start shopping for deep in the money calls on Tesla because you're a Tesla shareholder and you're looking for long-term upside. You could buy the stock at 150 with the money that you've been piling up and maybe get 100 more or 200 more. But on the other hand, you might be able to buy deep in the money calls out to 24, 25, possibly, depending on how far in the money they are, for that 90-10 rule, allowing you now to write more contracts and enhancing your cash flow. There might be that, because keep in mind that, yeah, the stock has gone from 230 to 210 to 200 and then to 150, but you've hauled in 25 here, 35 here, $15 there. You've run in these chunks of dollars that have compensated you for the drop, and it's in cash. It's waiting to go in. If you can go in on a deep money call and you can buy, say, $50 contracts when the stock is 150, you can buy calls for $5,000 a piece instead of 15,000 for 100 shares. You can buy triple the number of calls versus stock. Now, I don't know how much cash you'll have had, how much you're sitting on, where you're at. I know nothing. But if you're able to go from 500 shares to 500 shares plus 5 deep in the money calls, you can now write 10 at a time. You are bringing in cash, whether it's far out or half of them are far out in time and half of them are closer in time. That's to be determined at that point. When the shares do reach a low and kind of level off a while, what you'll do is you'll buy back way out calls that you wrote for half the price you sold them for, something like that, and then start writing shorter in calls. You'll come in with the calendar now, and you'll come closer to the market. You'll come into maybe writing 160s instead of 210s or 200s. You'll write 160s, but only for 60 days, not for a year, something like that. You will then bring it in. The others that the new ones you're buying and you're writing on those you're writing for maybe 3 weeks to a month out. So now you have some contracts that only have a month to go, some have a 2-month window to go, and you're constantly monitoring both. Rollovers up, rollovers down, depreciation in the meantime. This is the exciting part about being an option writer. So much to learn, so much to pick up. We have classes coming up that we will cover more strategies on. Keep you guys busy and get you to absorb this market. I got 40 years experience to give you. I've given you 5, if that. There's so much more to get. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, exciting. I love it. Thank you all for being here today. We're past the 2-hour mark. This is exciting stuff. It's great to have you around. Hope you're going to do well today. I think you will. Thank you. Deuce Caboose, I'm thinking about gulping down another 1,000 shares of SoFi. Nazareth, I think the better question on Caboose is AMC does do positive earnings for whatever reason. How will that affect GameStop? If AMC goes up, will that drive up GameStop? You know, there's so few people left in that camp. They've been annihilated. I mean, they were destroyed from $27 a share to where we are now at 6 or 7 on AMC. Just destroyed. I'm not going to put anything into that. Bobby saw an okay movie on the weekend called Bandit. It was about the greatest Canadian bank robber from the 70s, a traveling bank robber. Credit Savage, Bama, there's a cute sale, yes, but I want a clearance store that's closing 90% off. There you go. Does ATIP release earnings today? ATIP earnings today found on NASDAQ page is Aurora. Amy, on ME, aren't there earnings today as well? Aurora, ME on the 10th. Matterport also on the 10th, so that's in a couple of days. Matthew, AMC will not do positive earnings. Their theaters have been empty for months. Tomorrow will be a disaster. Either they are going to issue more APE shares or close theaters. AJ, Aurora, thank you. Coyote, I feel like the market will be wild tomorrow and Wednesday. It's going to be crazy. Just going to be nuts here. Just so much to watch here. Unbelievable. Oh, gosh. No dull moment anywhere around here. Not anything dull at all this week. It's going to be nuts. GameStop, $25. 10 cents a share, down 141. Not going anywhere fast on GameStop, folks. Amazing. Oh, here's going to be fun. Kevin McCarthy, who wants to be the leader of the House of Representatives. If the Republicans get the House, Marjorie Taylor Greene, that goofball, he wants her to be reassigned on all committee assignments, and he wants to secure the border when he becomes the Speaker of the House. Oh, he's going to have the Looney Tunes running the asylum. It's going to be, for television ratings, you couldn't ask for more. More entertainment for the money than you can imagine. Unbelievable. The clown show is about to come back to Washington. Oh boy. Deuce, can we get one win on ATIP earnings? Just one. I'm not greedy. John Anderson, thanks everybody. Coyote, that would be nice. We're up 136 on the Dow, 128. We're up 1 point on S&P. We're down 32 on NASDAQ. It's a mixed bag market. We're down 9 cents on oil right now. Goldman cuts expectations for S&P 500 profit growth through 2024, not through 2023, through 2024 as well. Goldman is saying the next 2 years are crap. Get ready for a market meltdown. Get ready for a real backing off of the markets. That's why I'm asking you, I'm begging you guys, build cash in your accounts. Write contracts for bigger premiums and sit on the dough. As hard as that is, sit on gunpowder, because we're going to have a sale. We're going into a clearance center, discount market coming. Oh my gosh, it's going to be nuts. Going to be nuts. My. Too much fun. Way too much fun. 25.05 on the GameStop. 25 cents away from the low of the day. Again, down comes the shares of GameStop to the low of the day. 514 down 4 on SoFi. HPQ up 13. Rocket Lab down 9. Moderna up 575. ME down 9. Matterport down a dime. ATIP is up a penny. Smart Rent down a nickel. Spire is down 7 cents. We've got Sextera up 6. The AMC is down 51 cents. AMC Ape combined down 51. They're now worth $6.70 on the market. Bed Bath Beyond down 22 cents to $3.75. Crushing numbers. Pfizer up 19 cents. Boeing up $6. Cisco up 31 cents. Home Depot up 29. Carvana down $1.35 to $7.31. Car market getting crushed in the seller space. Robinhood up 9. Vanik up down 8 cents. IBM right now is up 84 cents. Microsoft up 3.32. Goldman up 1.79. Google up $1. Adobe up 4. Meta up 4.69 to 95.48. Perfect time to do rollovers. BlackBerry up a dime. Royal Caribbean down 148. Target down 56. We got JP Morgan up a quarter. Costco down 8.40. Walmart down 78. Nvidia down 92. Disney at 99.84, up 26 cents. And all American Airlines, AAL, up down 17 cents to 13.94. Yuck. We're going lower. This is what's happening. Jim Jordan may very well sink Republicans' chances of taking over Congress. Most of us Americans are sick of the crazies. The question is, will folks care enough to vote? And there it is. The turnout, apparently, the early turnout, record high. It's higher now than it was in 2018 when Trump lost the Congress. It's higher now than then. I don't think it's because Republicans are showing up. I think it's because Democrats are showing up. I think Republicans are kind of feeling smug, going, oh, yeah, we got this. It's all good. I think in the last few days, Democrats have really gotten upset about it and are showing up in droves. But again, I'm just reporting what I hear. I'm repeating what I'm reading. I could be reading garbage. I don't know. I need high turnout when we need to fix gerrymandering, says Coyote. There you go. ME is today, says Richard. That is today. So we'll see what's going on. We got stuff to watch, stuff to follow, kids. I'll be back on later today at 3 o'clock. If you like my other channel, Traveling with Bruce, I'll be on there at 7 o'clock for members, 8 o'clock for the big show. You're welcome to join me at 8 o'clock Eastern tonight on that channel. We'll talk travel and what have you. Jen and I are going to do some traveling soon, so we're kind of interested in that. Thank you all for being here. Election Day should be national holidays. I couldn't agree more. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. Kids, we are down. We're up 164 on the Dow. We're down 19 on NASDAQ. We're up 5 on S&P. And this is where we're at right now. 2506 on GameStop, down 144. Tesla is at 200 on the nose, $200, even down 747. Netflix down 651. Amazon down 159 to 89.39 on Amazon. We're under 90 on Amazon. As markets, I think, are going lower. But that's just me. We have an election day in the middle of all this and the results to watch. So stand by. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock, everybody. Thank you for your support, being here this morning. It's all great that you're all here with us. We'll keep you posted on how things are going. If any of you need any help with your classes and what have you, let me know with an email. We'll get you set up. If anybody wants a one-on-one this Sunday, let me know and we'll try to slot you in. Okay, everybody, thanks. We'll see you this afternoon. Sean and Wendy, bye, Uncle Bruce. Enjoy your break. Thanks, Uncle B, from Amy. Thank you, guys. I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern for the final hour as this craziness continues. Later, Uncle B. See you guys later. Remember to vote tomorrow or early. Rock and roll. GameStop, 2510, 2507. Have a green day, everybody, from Constantine. All right, see you at 3, everybody. Thanks. Bye for now.